been a while since I've posted. I have a lot of things I'd really like to do, but life is very busy sometimes. So I was at a retreat from my church, and they had a gift shop, lots of gift shops with honey and lavender and other things. And one had toys, and so I went to find gifts for my two little guys, and I saw this, and I must confess that I left the shop, and then I came back for it for myself, and I told my boys they can play with it, but it's mine. But it'll probably be theirs. So one of the reasons I came back for it is I could not put it down. It felt really meditative and relaxing, like those Chinese meditation balls, but it's a little different. So it's very pleasing to the eye, but it's also very comforting and relaxing to touch. So it's called the Playable Art Ball. They have other items that can be mixed and matched with it, but it's all wood. It's for ages 3 to 99, so I thought I'm justified. And I'm within the age range. So, take it out of its box. I did take it out, and I had to figure out how to get it back in. But it's all made of wood, and each ball is attached to 2 other balls. So it just moves around and makes that pleasing wood on wood, gentle clacking sound. One of my friends had her play with it, and she discovered that it feels like a massage. If you roll it on your arms like this, and you can, I just like the feeling of how it moves. It's very soothing. And you can take it apart at any point and recombine it with other things, but I like it the way it is. I hope that wasn't too loud. So you can make different shapes. You can rotate it. Ooh. I hope my camera doesn't fall. If it does, I may have to redo this. It's okay. Still figuring out some of the technical things because I don't have a lot of time. I'm doing a lot of things sort of haphazardly. One of my friends sent me a blog called The Mediocre Gardener. This was years ago. I don't know if it's still active. And the website's description said, because weeds are so much easier to get when they're 2 feet tall than when they're little. And to say, I push myself to do a lot of things and to do them well. But it is a pleasure sometimes doing things, even if you don't do it with excellence. And I'm that way with gardening. I love gardening. I love getting my hands in the soil. I love seeing plants grow. But I have required of myself that I not make it another source of stress by worrying about if I do it perfectly. And I really don't. There's a little bit of survival of the fittest in my garden. The plants that do well, and I rejoice in those and enjoy them. And the ones that don't are okay. This year, I think that's especially important because my 1-year-old, who's about to be a 2-year-old in a couple months, really has no idea about being gentle with plants or not picking things till they're ripe. And so we just put in our vegetable garden, had a couple days we dedicated to getting really, really dirty. The boys and I got really muddy, and then we all took baths in the middle of the day, which is unusual. But we had fun, and we planted lots of tomatoes and lots of cucumbers and zucchini and other different types of squash. A couple of eggplants, I should do some more. An artichoke. We have 2 artichokes, but they're perennial, and one of them died last year, and one came back, so I replaced the one that did not survive. We'll see how they do, but I think a lot of things will be casualties of the baby or toddler. He's a toddler now. But he's still my baby. They'll be my babies, even when they're 30. But I just need to steel myself for the fact that there will be many unripe tomatoes picked and other plants destroyed. And what we can enjoy, but I do love having a garden in the backyard. It's funny, both of the boys last summer would just help themselves to ripe tomatoes outside or ripe cucumbers and just catch them outside eating cucumbers and tomatoes, and almost none of them made it into the house, so I kept buying vegetables for myself. I don't know that it lowered our grocery bill at all, but it did mean that my boys were voluntarily eating vegetables as an impromptu snack, and I think that's great. And I like them to have the connection to nature and how things grow and to see how things develop, and even to learn delayed gratification. We have loquats on our tree in the backyard right now, and my 4-year-old, he knows that they need to be ripe before he eats them, but he looks at them and eyes them and waits because he knows they're going to taste best when they're sweet. Of course, the baby keeps picking off unripe ones, but that's okay. I think he's also starting to realize the yellow ones and the orangey ones are sweet and the green ones are not. So do Roy G. Biv. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. Oops. Didn't mean to break it there. It's okay. See how that goes back in. There we go. Smaller one. Don't know if it'll be as much fun. There we go. It doesn't have as much room to swivel around, does it? There we go. Just need to be patient. Yeah. This one doesn't want to swivel. That's okay. There we go. Don't want it to be too loud. So, this is my new toy, and I will probably relinquish to my boys. Just didn't want it to be destroyed or to lose pieces too quickly. I wanted to enjoy it for a little bit before I relinquish it. Yeah, my 4-year-old immediately wanted to figure out how to take it apart, which is great. I need to remind myself that. My older sister is a mechanical engineer. Actually, I'm in a family of scientists. I'm the humanities person in a family of scientists. But I remember my sister used to take things apart. She destroyed a cassette tape, which tells you something about my age and her age. Once just trying to figure out how it worked. Took it apart. I think she might have taken the phone apart at one point too. And that's part of exploring things. It can be frustrating when you're cleaning up after the mess, or losing parts, but that urge to explore and figure out how things work and take them apart and put them together isn't a bad thing. does mean things can be a little bit more chaotic. So, I hope that you found this relaxing and absorbing. Maybe you're even asleep or getting sleepy. Some of you who are more engineering minded may be making fun of me right now. We're having trouble getting this back in the box. I have decent spatial reasoning, but I was never one of those people who did Rubik's Cube puzzles or anything like that. I would probably not keep the box forever, but I thought it made also some nice sounds. Sleep well, rest well.